expose the individual to any sort of additional contract liability or problems as compared to your regular buy in advance CSA. But again, the same guidelines apply, that a person should be very clear about what the buyer can expect, what sort of option they will have, and when. You can even write in there, how do they get out of this arrangement? Do they just stop ordering? So those sorts of things. As long as you're clear, you're fine when it comes to sales, writing contracts that just outline your situation. Well, I have a webinar about selling livestock. I have to apologize. I definitely do not have one on that. I tend to work with direct-to-consumer farmers for the most part, and they don't often sell livestock. But Christina can direct you to the National Agricultural Law Center. If you Google that name, you will find a trove of legal resources on your more traditional agricultural law concerns. If you have a specific question, I bet you can find it there. Are there issues with food quality in addition to food safety that we might be liable for with a CSA? Could you address what legal issues a nonprofit might have with a CSA? Okay. With food quality, now if you sell a CSA share and you follow my model agreement and you include all these details about what, when, where, how to pay and all that sort of stuff, and customers are unhappy because they feel like the kale has too many flea beetle holes and the tomatoes are scarred and those sorts of things, it's pretty hard to see how they would have a legal claim against you for that. Because to be honest, they bought a product without looking at it, and they're, definitely clear that that they knew what they were getting into at that point. So I see that not so much out as a legal issue as just an issue of customer retention. Of course, those folks are probably not inclined to sign up again, and you might want to try to see if you can set accurate expectations from the start, just to ease your burden in trying to find more customers every year. Legal issues with a nonprofit operating a CSA. That organization would definitely have concerns with their 501c3 status, but unfortunately, that's an entire body of law to itself, and definitely not something I can get into detail here. But a nonprofit that's considering earning money from a CSA would definitely want to check with their attorney about how that's going to affect their 501c3 status. Okay. What about joining with another farm to provide a CSA with meat, eggs, and produce? This person wanted suggestions on how to best do that. Hopefully I covered that for you. The bottom line is that you can market together, but, you can put out a brochure together, but don't combine your income and your expenses, because that's really where going in together to make a profit starts happening. And then be aware of the potential issues of handling other farms' product at your farm. If those meat, those eggs come to your farm and your employees handle them, put them in boxes, all of a sudden those same issues that we mentioned before pop up. Is that ag labor? And that qualifies for those ag labor exemptions. Does that fit under your farm liability policy, etc.?